I'm really happy with them. Yeah, I watched them like 3-4 games, I will say. It's a good team, a really good team, and in a away game, of course, it's going to be a tough game.
Right, mama kwa BM Emra Sports Link Ghana so ebusia Abrontani DEDE Andrew Morgan DEDE AYEW or returning to Blasters and na say on returning ye the home komo eba coach Christopher NIMLEY edi ne home komo sansona coach and the edi Masaoud Didi Dramani obunyina edi Abronte Andrew Morgan DEDE AYEW say on returning to Blasters and na say on returning no me the home video no ene komo no eba besom no nya bi etie no ache wadwene o comment section ho edi amame enti DEDE AYEW fans no munyina momra na momete de ekoso o platform we so na nyakopon eya adoma edachena na Ghana ene Morocco game no eba so eye friendly game a ema no ebo the Black Queens ebo edietia Morocco echira na game no eba so den na the new head coach for the Black Queens came last joking green and sempen odi atodwa efa game no ho with the latest senior eba no nya bi etie na won so wache wadwene o comment section ho edi amame na Abronte your friend Majid Ashmeru Abronte na trenchen ya che ni injury peke ye no menu ka say good news call edi ama Majid Ashmeru be de no nkomo eba de Anderlecht for ne kan nya no be de nkomo ne eba be somo no nya bi etie na bibia etimi akoso edi ama na say GFA boss GFA couple Mr. Ket Okreku die na nanso nti ensema ekoso Ghana ha nya no na on comment ye Ket edi nchemu aba ye bane the latest in no aba besomo Jerry Efriye Abronte loan e de ma CD logo na yankopon ya adom a Abronte bebo ne first game obe making the debut e de ma CD logo de ekoso nya no be de enkomo no ene update ne ba no nya bi etie na so wache wadwene comment section so stick and stay, don't go anywhere ye ba near the latest no edi amount na abuso yenshan komona say na me sha se de am de wuhura mu e wo Abronte ne din edi Majid Ashmeru Abronte we since December and opiki injury watene fie won keke ball. Good news are eba from the camp of Majid Ashmeru chese Abronte no I recover ene wo hwe Europa game a eba so between Anderlecht and Fenerbahce na Abronte no yetim anemi no e wo squad mu a chese Abronte no he has fully recovered our games ahodo Ediama Anderlecht bobo korinti wey eye good news from the camp of Majid Ashmeru and also enononti Abronte no yankoso na yemfa empaibo entanachi esanse Abronte Majid Ashmeru no wo Abronte talent pa ekra na injury ha no na ya na ya papa it good news na eparon and also enono na abuso yeni nkomo na Mr. Ket Okreku ene owura mu Kumasi Asante Kotoko camp eno mkobo nkomo na sese Ket Okreku kopie mu a wose hwe ewo mu se ese bibre na asi o na chi enkrofo entenenka na dienti enkrofo entenenka all this one nyina ene se enye se ebia sebe eye bibi boni bi anase yi ne wayi nani nemom no eye ade se okohwe ne ho yare se de Mr. Odro Safo ebeka ye no wo se ye no kure okohwe ne ho yare na afen so no okoye efe ejuma 1 or 2 bi eti eno eka ho bi na ye nhyada entenenka e honom na Ket Okreku ebon command no say I was out of the country not to campaign for Confederation of African Football slot, but to work for the FA and my medical needs. That is Ket Okreku and this are enkomo we about say there be enye calf position bia ho adwuma no koyeye baby bia wote sasen bia no krobia nim emom no ya de say eye FA adwuma na koyeye na afin so no na oyare nto kohwe no ho yare kakra ti eno so ene enkomo Ket Okreku e de eba ya ye de fast sports link Ghana so na ye de amount na abuso ye mong sa enkomo we na Abronte ni din e de Jerry Efriye mebeka cho se Abronte no asa ne contract e de ama ye Saudi Pro League side ye Akadisia nemo no okọ no kwakopo loan e de ma CD logo na Abronte since okọ ye ma omo unveil no Abronte aye trainings ahodo nemo no ontimi emeke ni debut na shano so mam se nyame ya adoma e da chena ye Friday ena eye CD logo ebo game edi etia Athletic Bilbao team B no na eno ena reporter Sportslink Ghana abeto yapono so chese Abronte no ya name no akopon eya adoma ochena Abronte Jerry Efriye ebe making debut ede ma CD logo eti unya bra na obomodin ewramu ewo honom na kwakohwese de eko ede ma Abronte Jerry Efriye Abronte ani edi na chi papa yes isan say ne talent ne kura no e wo soro pa nti nyame ya adom a ochena no ye behwe ne ya monitor ne game no na ne game by numbers no ye nsaka bibia ye bepa na so ahu de ekoye edema abrante Jerry Efrie wo abra nyame ya adom a o making the debut edi ama CD logo ti eno so eno no now yehwe the Black Queens nyankopon eya adom a eda chana na omo so ebo ayenkofa akansie edi atia Morocco na time no 5 p.m. 5 p.m. game no betotwa e Pierre Jago Stadium e Casablanca Morocco honom na game no ebetimi apaso na ewusua woni say game no ebepempen so say ya coaches no ekasa na new coach for the Black Queens Kim Lass Joking Green ene wadi nkomo na opening nkomo ne de yenko na yenko tie Kim Lass Joking Green wo abra woni ababawa ne din ede Cynthia Findip edi nkomo efa game ne ho.
Of course, a challenge with everything that is new and not so many trainings together yet, but we keep building and step by step it's going to be better and better. It's difficult to adapt 100% after only like a couple of trainings. So of course we can't expect them to understand everything in just like a couple of sessions, but they listening, they doing the best, and I'm really happy with them. Yeah, I watched them like 3-4 games, I would say. It's a good team, a really good team, and in a away game, of course, it's going to be a tough game, especially like for me as a new coach, together with a new group of players, and just like I said, a couple of trainings. But there is no reason to talking about excuses. We will do everything we can to win the game. We're going to work hard, that's for sure, that's important, and we'll focus and try to win the game, like I said, but also building for long terms and learn from the potential mistakes that we learn from, and make sure that we are ready when the tournament in the summer starts. Always when you play a game, you need to do your best to win, okay? It doesn't matter if it's a friendly game or it's like in a big tournament, okay? You always want to win. But with that said, we also need to look at the short term and long term, okay? For me, it's very important to see the most of my players. We're gonna play 2 games in this at this camp. I want all of them to play some minutes. I want to see all of them in both games and trainings, and to make sure that I'm giving them all the chance to show their potential as players. And like I said, like, we will do our best. I want them to work hard to make the people in Ghana proud. Hopefully we can win, but even more important than that, we're building for the future.
It's been great and wonderful. We've seen a lot of changes from our previous coach as compared to this coach, and moving on, I think we are going to have a great start with the coach. So we have higher chances than the Moroccans, if you may ask me why. Because we've seen how they play. We have an advantage over them because they might be using our old videos with our old coach. They will not know, or they might not have any videos about this coach. They will not know the tactics he's bringing on. So we are going to take them by surprise with our new coach. So I think we are going to have more advantage over them. What I have to tell them is for them to stay calm and support us. Even though we know they've not been happy for a while now, but they should just keep their heads up. Very soon we are going to make them proud again. And I know tomorrow's game we are winning, inshallah. Yeah.
All right, fantastic. So Kim Lass, Joking Green, any ababa one din, any Cynthia Findip. And I want to say omo ebo enkomo honom ti assurance na ho e china bibi bia betima dey akoye ediama the Black Queens of Ghana. We in the first game Kim Lass, Joking Green ebo, and hopefully ye hwese obetimi apeke victory honom na victory no so enkonkoye any victory nemo ebeye emphatic victory ediama Black Queens of Ghana. Enti ye hwe na ye nyina abomoden se ye be assess coach no any players no, that is Kim Lass, Joking Green ne ho nsem ene ye de ma wo no na abusuye ni sa enkomo wei Andre Morgan DEDE AYEW dodo na call ni titiru eye DEDE AYEW fans no omo call say it's high time say DEDE besa call back no be see akan e dia ma the senior soccer team the Blasters of Ghana na eno na so obeba se oma se otu ado beto nsa ade afre no ana se onto nsa fan frɛ no me no ka say coach Christopher Nimley edi nkomo edi afa Abranten ho coach anedin edi masawo Didi Dramani ono so edi nkomo edi afa Abranten ho na ebusa without wasting much time no yebekɔ ne wakoti ensema hodo a omudi tu dwa voda say Abranten no ebe return ana se on return na Christopher Nimley eka asem bi ebusa yenko nyinko mra.
He's created this leadership problem, isn't it? Next moment it is this, next moment it is who does it. Even his own organogram. He created his own organogram. He said that he was going to move away from the day. Once he made that bold decision, he said Partey is my captain. In the absence of Partey, it will be what? Jiku will come what? Kudus. He created an organogram for himself and he messed it up. Thanks to Keto Kreku, who cannot be checked by even the head coach of the team, and he comes and talks to his players anyhow. So there's absolute crisis in our team when it comes to leadership.
It's supposed to be a captain's group, and this captain's group periodically meets to discuss, matters that are concerning the team in terms of goodness, in terms of challenges. They put their heads together to try to. They are the longest arm of the coach. So and if you have a team that does not have captain's group, then it's just like you have a country that has no leaders. It's just like you have a house that has no leadership, and the house cannot stand without leadership. Who try to mitigate and solve problems, around the team? Who try to organize and put together, team structures and then team discipline and team culture so that the team can move smoothly.
Leadership doesn't start from the captainship. It starts from the head of the technical team. Our technical team has got no leaders. Otto Addo is not a leader. Keto Kreku himself, when it comes to football, he's not a leader. Okay? Maybe he's a leader for Dreams FC, but the platform given to him is completely failed.
Opportunity of being with very experienced and older colleagues. And so when a player gets the opportunity of playing alongside older ones of this kind, it gives him a proper way of understanding the game and also understanding the culture of the institution. When I talk about the culture of the institution, I'm talking about the culture around the Blasters and the culture around our own country. And so you cannot underestimate the inputs of that type of a player.
The Andre's captainship has not gone without issues. I am aware of the indiscipline that went through the Black Stars camp when we went to Cote d'Ivoire. And to be honest with you, if your players can revolt against the coach of the team and players trying to interfere with coach's selection, it comes from the leader of the team. And that's Stephen Appiah. You dare not.
But players come and go. Just as we were speaking about Stephen Appiah, and then he had the chance of being with Stephen Appiah, Michael Essien, Asamoah Gyan, and co. That tells you that definitely there's a moment of player transition in different phases, and I think that he's gained a lot of experience and maturity around this.
My principle concerning Andre is simple. It is better he's not given the call back into the national team. If you do the mathematics, if you are asking to bring back Andre, you are asking the man to come back after 18 good years. I stand to be corrected. You need to be a Leo Messi. You need to be an untouchable, a player who, even at the age of Leo Messi, the world champions of Argentina cannot do without.
All right, Ebusia, so and seven according to Coach Christopher Nimley, dear, was said the day ever returned dear, unless said the deno where you obit say Lionel Messi, where your top star and you just say players are Kesiat Kesipani Bino, or a Sankophone be dear, and ye is highly possible. Say the day ebit me a returning name, say when yet Messi dear, and said that in looking possible, say the day ever returning to the Blasters. Also again trying to say we the day you fan, and as we Blasters fan cry, we the chawadne or comment section because minimum say platform ways no the day you fans true and true the day you supporters our platform ways so pa obi to say Elijah na Sante and our na kano yes obo the day din dia ne waku omokra and the day you fans no one mentem nka or comment section based on enkomo okutie no Comment or comment section. Me at the Kobe and I will my friend Kobe finest. Is Abishia.